All right. So, our first step is basically before I start like designing anything in CAD, I really like to plan out all of my ideas on paper, make sure I get everything in one place, and then we can move forward from there. So, we know that the general idea is that we want to build some sort of like Indiana Jones type cave, right? Where when you reach through the cave for the treasure, like a trap door comes down, right? Something of that nature. So we know that's the general idea of what we want to do, right? So let's start planning this out here. So just for inspiration, I went to Google Images and I'm on my iPad here. You could be on, pen and paper. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to get fancy. This is just rough and dirty, get our ideas out. So this is just my inspiration. I like to just make this transparent in the background. Okay, so let's sketch out this. So our idea should look something like this, and I think we can do a pretty good job, something like that, right? So we know we have to have some cave. Put this on a new layer. So there's got to be some cave entrance, right? Something like this, and then maybe there's like a jewel or like some treasure here. Let's say that's the treasure, right? And the plan is that when you put your hand through there, there's going to be so this is like the front view of it, right? So I like to draw a couple of different angles. So let me make that a little bit smaller. Um if you need to get a couple pieces of paper to plan out your ideas, that's fine too. I like to draw like maybe an angled view. So and then basically there's going to be some sort of like door. So So you put your hand through this way, and then we know that we want we want so we know how there's going to be a proximity sensor basically, and that's going to be able to tell when you put your hand close, and then we're going to use a servo motor to tell it when to close the door. So let's say there's a door like a some sort of trap door, and that's going to be able to rotate like this, right? And then so basically, we have to plan out okay, where is everything going to go, right? So we have our ultrasonic sensor, looks like something like this. We have our servo motor. Sorry, this is the ultrasonic sensor. We have our what's it called? We have a servo motor, looks something like this, and it's got a little hand to it. So basically, we're just planning out roughly where is all of this going to go. We know basically how we're just planning out how this is going to work. So we also this is my little cardboard piece. I bought these. They're 9 by 6 inches. So I'm just going to put this all in one place. So I have all my information in one place. I need to reference it back. So maybe hopefully we can minimize the amount of cardboard we're using so people can make this out of boxes at home if they want to. Um, So we're gonna try and minimize the amount of cardboard sheets we have. So maybe like this is made out of one cardboard sheet, right? Something like that. Obviously it can't be standing alone, right? So it's got to have some sort of like a back piece to it, something like that. So this will be like the floor. This will be the floor piece, and then uh, this isn't looking much like a cave, right? So maybe there's sidewalls. Maybe this piece can come out a little bit because we're gonna have to put this sensor somewhere, right? So maybe we can put the sensor on the side so it can see, so this can see this way, and it'll give you a measurement um of how close the hand is getting. And then basically when when you move the hand too close to the cave, this sensor talks to our little Arduino. This is our motor. So basically, um, when you put your hand too close, the sensor's gonna tell the Arduino how close the hand is getting to the cave entrance, and then it's gonna tell the motor to shut closed. That's that's the plan, right? So we have basically our cardboard structure, right? We're going to need a couple pieces. We're going to need, one for the floor, one for the front entrance, maybe two side walls, maybe another piece for the roof, and then maybe I'm thinking maybe to get this like jagged effect, we could just cut up like little squares, piles of cardboard and like sort of stack them and hot glue them in a way that sort of looks like stepping jagged stones on the sides. So now we have a general idea of our project. We know we're going to need fundamentally we're going to need an Arduino, this sensor, proximity sensor, and a motor. And we know approximately where everything is going to go. And now we can take this as a foundation and move into CAD and start designing exactly how everything is going to look.